Can you be filthy rich and yet not be greedy and do really good for other people selflessly? That's the question we're asking today on The Art of Lifing with Keka. So I've been a brand marketer for 20 years, and I've worked with all kinds of brands, high-level luxury brands to the everyday brands that cater to ordinary people. And one of the things that I've always thought about when it comes to luxury is I want to earn money and enjoy luxuries within my means, because I've always thought that if I want to go and get something really extravagant, that's almost being too greedy. I used to think that I want to be able to earn only enough to take care of myself and my family and lead a good life. But I'm taking a course, and I was in this discussion in the classroom the other day, and I said, even if I could afford a Rolls-Royce, that it would be a really easy purchase for me, I'm not sure I'd want to do that, because the money that I would spend on buying a Rolls-Royce, how many people, how many children could I feed in another country that have no money to eat? Instead of spending it on a luxury car, why wouldn't I spend it somewhere else? And the instructor kind of stopped me in my tracks and said, hang on a second. If you buy a luxury item like a Rolls-Royce, how many families are you helping to feed? How are you contributing to the economy to help other people have a good life? And don't forget that when you have money, with money comes power that you can use for good. He said, do you know how many people I know who own private jets that maybe only use the private jet once a month for their own uses, and for the rest of the time they give out that jet for other services that help charities? Sometimes those jets are carrying lung transplants or other organ transplants that are helping save lives. And so he said, don't think of money as being greedy and materialistic. You don't have to pick from a polar opposite of either being super materialistic and not caring about anybody else but yourself, or being highly spiritual, giving of everybody to everybody else and renouncing your money. It doesn't have to work that way. With money comes power, and it depends on how you use that power to do good. That's what we have to keep in mind. And I have to tell you, that's something that I'd never thought about. I'd never put it in that kind of perspective. So perhaps serendipitously, the other day I was at the mall with my boys, and they had a car show in the parking lot. So we said, let's go check it out. So they had these beautiful old school cars, some really just gorgeous sports cars. And on one of those cars, I saw this sticker, and it said, sick rides for sick kids. And it just reaffirmed for me again that conversation I had from the other day, that, you can have something that's beautiful and luxurious, but you can still use it for good. So this makes me think that as an entrepreneur, when I'm setting my goals for how much I want to try to make for the next quarter, or even in my entire lifetime, I don't need to put a framework on it and limit it for fear that I'm going to come across as being greedy or materialistic or thinking only about myself. It's all about my mindset and what I choose to do with the money that I do earn or aim to earn one day. I thought that might be a question that you have too. We all have money stories around us, right? In terms of how we think about money and how we approach it. This just made me think that we don't have to put artificial limitations on ourselves in order to be good. We can think big, we can grow big, and we can still do good from there. Something to ponder for the next time that we decide to spend on something, and maybe even splurge a little to spoil ourselves. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it. And if you know someone who you think would like to see something like this as well, please share the video. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week on Tuesdays.